Hello, my name is Lola Chap, your host for the Untold Stories. Indeed, in this episode, it's going to be an amazing one, exclusive one. Did you know that a woman with a voice is a very strong woman, confident woman, a phenomenal woman, and a very strong woman? Today, introducing to you is one of the incredible women that I've ever met. Introducing you, Diana Kubebea, Queen. Oh my goodness, I missed something. Queen Diana Kubebeya, you are welcome.
Thank you, Lola.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tawam?
To be tamam kef.
Yes, tawam. Yes, tawam is good.
Tamam,
Yeah.
tamam.
In Swahili, you say?
Let me teach you the street one.
Yes.
Ukopoa.
Ukopoa.
Sema niko
Yes.
freshi barida.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay. Well, how you doing?
I am good, thank you.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Indeed, the queen.
Thank
the queen
you.
herself.
Thank
So, welcome to the Untold Stories. This is where we get to know more about you, your journey, especially how you joined the media and where you are now. Is there a different change, achievements? What are some of the things that almost made you like back off? You wanted to leave the game and all that. And let me not go deep. Let's start out from the story and then we go later on deeper into that.
So my journey from the beginning?
Yes.
My journey begins when I was young, when I was about 6-7 years old. And so my grandpa had this radio. I don't know whether you guys do that, but when you have a radio set and a TV set, you normally put a cloth on top to avoid the dust. I don't know whether you guys do
Yes,
that.
we know that.
So in the evenings about 4 and before dinner, he would tell me, go and bring my radio from my room. So I'd go and remove the cloth and take it to a tree that he used to sit under. And we would listen to a particular station, right? And so from then on, it became just and it was just me and him. There are other kids in the compound, but me and him, we sit together and listen to the radio. I don't even know what they were talking about. But for me, as long as I'm next to my grandpa, that was the most important thing. So I kept on listening to radio. And every time I used to listen to radio, it was a close connection to my grandpa. And then came FM. Hey, my friend. And then remember my uncle was a DJ.
Oh.
Right.
So the radio thing was, entertainment was already,
there.
just around, waiting to get somebody.
So whenever he used to go to clubs and gigs, I used to sneak out with him. But there were gigs that
Your
were done,
uncle?
Yeah. But there used to be some gigs that were done during the day, like on Sunday. They were called funkies. So now all the kids would come and we would dance and we would do all the rap kind of things and everything. So music has always been there with me since I was a kid. So from my grandpa to my uncle.
To uncle, yes.
And so there was one time, now later on when I joined the corporate world, I studied various things, and so I joined the corporate world. And I was in corporate world for a couple of years. And so one time my dad got sick, and he went for an operation, and he had to go and recover back home. So when he came back, I decided to take a month off from work to also go and take care of my dad with my mom, right? And I listened to the radio as it was normal. I used to just listen to radio the first time as I'm cooking, as I'm doing my things. It's just playing in the background, right?
Is it the same radio from your grandpa?
No.
Now
that
a different
was BBC.
radio.
Now this
Oh.
is a Kenyan radio station.
Okay, yes.
So I was listening to it and I was like, yo, this guy sounds like he's bored. Like he's just doing a show for doing the show for the sake. And so I called the station and asked, who's the station manager?
Oh.
And the station
How did you get the station?
See, the way we normally say our office, our number,
numbers,
call us, is
yes,
this is, so I
okay.
called that number and I asked to get the number of the office manager.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did. And so when I did, I called the office manager and told him, yo, you know what? I can do this and I can do this so perfectly. So I called him for 3 months consecutively, telling him I want to do this, I want to do this. And one time, and you remember, I'm on leave. I've taken 2 months off again on top of when I'm supposed to have gone. And guys are like, are you coming back or what's going on? So I didn't give up. I kept on telling myself, no, I'm going to be on radio. Finally, he called me and told me one Monday, because the person who was hosting was going to do exams. So he called me and told me, come and do the show on Monday. I went running. I was early. I didn't sleep that day. That night I was rehearsing.
Were you not scared? It was going to be your first time, right?
It was going to be my first
time. So were you
time.
not scared that how am I going to present? How am I going to do this?
No.
Yes.
I knew it would happen.
You just needed to be in the inside the studio.
Exactly. Give me a microphone. I would anytime. So yeah. He called me, told me come and do the show. It was a 2-hour show. Did the show, and when you're doing a really good show, the phone doesn't stop ringing.
That's true.
That's exactly what happened. And he was like, no, I'm going to extend 1 more hour. Stay for 1 more hour. And I
Oh,
was
the
like,
station
okay.
manager now.
I was like, stay for 1 more hour. And so I did. And so he told me after I'd finished, he was like, are you coming tomorrow? I was like, of course, I'll come. Yeah, most definitely. I came back and I did this for 2 months, not being paid. But remember, yes, because I had my corporate job. I didn't really need the money. I was like, I'm passionate about this.
So you would be at the radio station and then you
Yes.
go for your corporate job? Or?
No. I was on leave.
Oh, yes.
So I extended for 3 months and I was bored and I was like, apart from taking care of my dad, what am I doing? So of course I'm a person who's a busybody. So yeah. So worked there for a couple of months, not being paid. And eventually he was like, let me put you on the roster. And so I started getting paid then. And it was lower, like 3 times lower what I was getting at my corporate job.
Yes.
But you know, the thing that drove me is that I used to love just going to work in a radio station.
The music.
The way people respond to you, the music, the kind of people you interact with. I was like, there's nothing in this world like that. This is what I want to do. And so that's how I joined into radio. And then later on, I got another job at a hotel. So I used to work in a hotel at night as the manager. And then during the morning hours, I used to go and work in the radio station. So again, it became conflict of interest.
Is it the same radio station?
Same radio station.
Yes.
I'm a hustler, my friend. So one of the managers, actually the manager himself, got jealous. And he's like, you can't be getting 2 incomes over here. And the reason why I was doing these 2 jobs is I was trying to substitute.
But it was not, the time wasn't conflicting.
It was not, because at the hotel I was to check in at 3
Yes.
to midnight. At the radio station, it was from 10 until 11:30. No, actually from 10 until 12:30. So he was like, no, somebody can't be getting double income because he's not seeing how it works. And I was like, so now he put my hours from 3 and put it to
so that it can collide
1.
with your other
Exactly.
work. Yes.
But I kept on doing it. And so at one point I was getting fed up. So I remember I was talking to some guests at the hotel, and the bartender comes and tells me, hey, there's somebody who was talking about you being on radio. He wanted to meet you. I was like, cool. So I went to the bar. And so when I went there, I found this guy who was the CEO of a company. And he told me that he's got a radio station in Nairobi. Would I be interested in joining? And I was like, hell yeah. So joined ECN, started doing shows in ECN. And then again, I got another corporate gig. Then I got bored.
What do you mean you got bored?
I got like, you know how you work in an organization and you almost get to the glass ceiling? Like now the next level is now you're becoming a boss. But there's no way the boss is going to let you be the boss.
The boss, yes.
So I was like, I got bored and I was like, I want to do something more like exciting. Again, my dad got sick. So now again, I had to take leave to go and take care of him back in the village, which I did. And I went back to the same radio station I'd started in. And I was like, I want to just do a show for a couple of hours, not too long. They're like, yeah, come. I was like, again, I'm going back there, and it was so exciting. Then, after I joined them again, an award system happened. So it was an award for the Western region of my country. And this guy came to telling me, just enter this award system. I was like, okay, cool. So I did. And you know, our station was a small community station. So I was up against other big radio stations in the category of best radio presenter of the year. So guys voted for me and I won.
Okay.
So the day after, when I was still in the bigger city in Kisumu, where the awards happened, I got a call from a guy from another station. He's like, yo, how do you beat all these big guys?
Yes.
And you're from a small station. And he's like, I'd like to meet you up. And so we met with him. And next thing, I was working at Urban.
Urban Kenya.
Yes, Urban Kenya. Yeah.
Okay.
So
how many years in the radio game?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Oh.
In and out for 10 years.
10 years.
It's not been an easy journey, but I'm happy.
What are some of the challenges that you faced as a female joining the media?
I think the biggest challenge women in media, two actually, the pay. When it comes to the guys, they are paid quite differently from what the females are paid. And me, that's the first thing I'll ask. I'm like, who's the top presenter here? So and so, how much do they earn? If you can't keep equal, you can't give me equal or better than, then I don't see the point of coming to your station. So it's really important for us guys, especially women in media, to ensure that we are paid according to what we deserve and equally. The second thing is discrimination.
Yes.
Especially when you're a female presenter, everybody thinks they can hit on you. Everybody thinks that, you're easy.
Yes.
But that's not the case, right? We stand for what we stand for. Different women might do different things, but as long as you know what you're in this world, what's your purpose, then you don't have to stoop low to do some things in favor of
That's
pleasuring
true.
other people, right? Yeah, so those two are the ones that I think the biggest challenge when it comes
So
to
what
media.
has been keeping you moving, like in the media, keeping you every day, even if you wanted to back off or you want to quit? There is that, I know there is that one thing that always keeps somebody moving towards that.
I don't know how to quit.
Oh, you don't quit.
Yes.
Yes.
It's boredom that excites me. when I feel that something is not fulfilling me at a
Yes.
point, I'll be like, what's the next project?
Okay.
And I keep, like, right now, what I'm dreaming to do is be the next Shonda Rhimes in Africa.
Okay.
That's where I want to be. Tyler Perry.
All right,
know?
and let's start up. Something that I didn't tell you guys is that this amazing radio personality right here, Queen Diana Kubebea. She is not only a radio presenter,
Yeah.
she's also is it a movie director,
Yes,
a film
film
director,
director.
and she's a fashion designer. She's she's an entrepreneur, influencer. Like, she is just multi-talented.
Thank you.
So how do you go about handling different nowadays, as that's one thing that we need to teach also the young girls, that you don't have to only be focused on one thing or
Yes.
be specialized in one certain
One
area.
aspect of- yes.
You need to be diverse. If you can do the radio, you can be the film director, you
Yes.
can do fashion, you can
Yes.
be a business person.
Yes.
So how do you handle that?
How do I handle it? I have a dream board. I believe everybody should have a dream board. You know the way we're always saying, I have a bucket list or I have a to-do list for the year? Me, I have a dream board. And so my dream this year is to direct plays. Coincidentally, I'm actually looking for actors next week to direct at theatres. The first directed play in South Sudan. I want to do that. And so I dream and I say, this is what I want to achieve this year. I've got this, the concept of doing the concierge. Or like, basically, I want to move a little bit into film, but still I'm on radio and also podcasting.
Yes.
So when you have a passion for something that you want to achieve, dream it, put it on a board. Say this year. You don't put months or anything. Just say, this year I want to do this, this, and this. Simple things. And like, is this ridiculous that when I wake up in a month, I'm like, I'm actually doing this.
Yes.
Because you've dreamt it, you've put it out in the universe, and God knows your plan.
Yeah.
God, I'm praying for a husband.
Oh, we are manifesting that. Oh yeah, they say you are sick and you will be what? You will be given.
Yes.
And if you knock, they shall open for you.
Yes. So
And,
manifest, and that manifestation, it actually works.
Yes.
And dreaming, having your dream board, it actually works.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So whatever you say by your tongue shall actually come into
Yes.
reality.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, we pray as well. You get a husband. All right, and let's talk about the media in South Sudan. Now that you're working in South Sudan, now we can call you an international radio
Junubian.
presenter. Yeah, an international. Yes, an international. How can you be an international Junubian yet you're a Junubi? Yeah, you are in Junub.
Okay.
Yes. Now you are in South Sudan. Let's, because for the months that you've so far been here and all that, have you taken time to listen to other radio stations?
Yes, I have. I cannot mention them
Yes.
because they are competitors.
Yes.
But I have had a couple of radio stations. Exactly what did you want to know about?
I wanted to know, like, the radio, the radio community, or the radio presentation, or the presenters. Like, how do they do it here in South Sudan and the radio game in Kenya? Like, would you compare?
Yes, I could compare.
Yes.
So I love the audience here. When you throw out an issue you want people to react on, they start reacting immediately. But the other medias, the people have been kind of snobbish. Another thing that I have realized about
the media here
is it's a bit slow.
What do you mean slow?
The conversations that people have It's
You need to be careful.
very careful
Yes.
about how
What you put on air.
exactly and how you frame it so that it's not taken wrongly.
That's sure.
But I'd say that there's some growth because sometimes I listen to shows in different stations and they're a bit risky. Risky in those ones of like they want the true opinion, not the hidden, like, you know, the way you can actually speak the truth and speak the truth and tell it as it is, and how you can tell the truth and sugarcoat it.
Just cover it up.
So it is not sugar-coated. I think that people are more truthful and honest about what they say. Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah. So let's give it up of 5 to 10 years from now. What would you say about the media in South Sudan?
I think if they embrace and continue the way they are going and people have freedom of speech, and, you know, considering that there's FM now all over the world, I think South Sudan is going to be a place where media houses actually bring out the truth in news, and people will be more expressive when they listen to different forums in different radio stations. And I still think that, yes, radio stations are growing, but people should now start including things like podcasts, not just sticking to the normal radio station. Yes, and then also radio shouldn't just be enclosed in the studio, that radio should actually be out there in the streets with the people, like you broadcast from outside rather than just inside a room. So that's where I see the media is going.
Oh yeah. Yes, and thank you so much for those remarks and a lot coming up. I appreciate you, Queen Diana. It was nice talking to you, and I look forward looking into your work, especially the film. Next time we're gonna be here, we'll be talking about the first the first film, and that is premiering it.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yes, we'll be talking about it, premiering it, and the actors, the choices, the title, and all that.
Yes.
If you are an actor or you're an actress, make sure you connect to Queen Diana of Urban FM. She will be in position to actually. She's looking. Are we going to have a showcasing like?
Yes, we're going to showcasing of the
actors and actresses.
Yes, there will be. We will have a strong social media movement and presence from the casting to the rehearsals to the plays. We're going to have two plays on 2 weekends. We have the dates already, but you'll just follow us on our social media and you'll get to know how the process of the whole thing is going to come together. Yes.
All right. What about the hashtags or the names?
Right now, you can just follow me on my pages.
Yes.
That is Diana Kubebea on Instagram. Actually, all platforms. It's
Diana Kubebea. Yes. If you want more information, or if you're interested into acting, drama, and all that, please, this is a chance for you. Remember, opportunities come once
in a lifetime.
All right. See you guys.
Wait, I want to say something.
Okay. Yes, you want to say something.
Say. What's your final thoughts? Say what are your final thoughts before we leave.
Oh yes, your final thoughts.
Okay. First of all, I want to appreciate you. And every time I watch you, I see a little me.
Oh.
Because I'm like, Lola you are a beautiful brand. Keep growing your brand because you're an incredible person, not just on air, but yourself, inside and outside. And I really appreciate the opportunity to come and just sit with you and have a conversation with you. And I hope that this particular project that you're doing will keep growing because I believe in you and I believe you're a superstar.
All right. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Oh my God. I feel like, okay, let's cut it here.